Welcome everybody back to the Buds channel. We're back here with another video. Obviously, it's just me here again. I think we're gonna start doing this where I have a solo video at the beginning of the week talking about different things. This week, it's obviously you see the NFL wildcard weekend, and then we're gonna try to go like A&M obviously midweek, and then a group video end of week, and then we're gonna try to fit in a gaming video somewhere in there, I would assume. So I'm here talking about the NFL Super Wild Card Weekend. Probably one of the most, well, at least the Sunday night games were the most entertaining games I've seen. The midday games on both days, I do believe, weren't that entertaining, but the 1 o'clock and then late games on both days were probably some of the best football I've seen in a while. And yeah, we're just gonna get into them, breaks down some of the games, and talk here about them. So first game we got here, we got the Indianapolis Colts versus Buffalo Bills. Kept it close actually. Bills actually, they were dominating for most of the game. I didn't get a chance to watch this fully. I watched the beginning and the end of the game, but Bills were dominating for most of the game, and then Colts near the end. A lot of controversy around this game because um, you had the Colts trying to quick count it, and there's a couple things saying like, did they get the ball off in time? Did they not? Was the clock right? Stuff like that. And then near the end of the game, there's a lot of penalties that should have been called, maybe that weren't. I'm trying to get up here to the top. And I mean, Bills pulled it out. Bills deserve that win. Bills been amazing. They're hottest team in the league right now, probably behind the Chiefs and stuff like that. But you had Josh Allen passing for 324 yards and 2 touchdowns in his second playoff appearance. Josh Allen, obviously, one of the up and coming stars in the league. There's from that 2017, yeah, it would be 17 draft. There are 3 quarterbacks in the AFC playoffs right now from that draft. So actually pretty interesting there. And then Phillip Rivers in possibly his last game as an NFL player. Passed for 309, 2 touchdowns. We'll see what his career brings him there. Jonathan Taylor, after a big week versus Jacksonville. He had 78 yards and 1 touchdown in his playoff debut. Josh Allen led in rushing for the Bills. But yeah, other than that, I mean, you had Stephon Diggs with a big game, 6 catches, 128 yards. Michael Pittman Jr. in his debut, 5 catches, 90 yards. But yeah, other than that, pretty cut and dry game. Indianapolis missed out on some chances. There's obviously the controversial play at the end where his knee, or where he did fumble it. His knee was not down when he was touched. I think it was Zach Pascal. His knee was not down when he was touched, and the refs just need to get better. I've said this during the Lions season. I'm a Lion. Oh, of course, the ad had to go off there. But I've said this during the Lions season. Refs just need to get better. They need to have like a sit down with the refs. They need to get better. The refs have not been good this season, and it showed in the playoffs here. So next game here, see what we got. I believe we got the Rams Seahawks. Once this loads up here. Yeah, we got the Rams Seahawks. And just not a good game, in my eyes. A very defensive game as we thought, at least from the Rams side of the ball. Russell Wilson, not a good game whatsoever. He passed for 174 and 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Not 11 for 27, not good, under 50%. Jared Goff basically did better than him, coming in with surgery on a broken thumb. So Russell Wilson again shit the bed in the playoffs like he has been doing. Cam Akers, amazing game, rookie debut. I called Cam Akers doing good at the beginning of the season. I drafted him pretty early in our fantasy draft, but then injuries just derailed him early in the season. But lately, I would say in the fourth quarter of the season, he just excelled and went off, and he's been doing amazing. And he's going to have a great career there in LA, I think. But yeah, other than that, not a real big stat line game here. DK Metcalf had a rough outing, but I mean, obviously 96 yards not rough, but he did get clamped a lot, dropped a couple balls. John Warford. Oh, there we go with the ad in. John Warford, he got hurt early in the game. Jamal Adams took a cheap shot at it. Had led with the helmet on his like neck to head area, and he ended up having to go to the hospital early in the game. So that was gonna derail the Rams, but then obviously their defense just clamped up for them and shut down the Seahawks. So yeah, I mean, we that game was kind of it was a toss up whoever was going to win it because I do believe they split the season series there. So, all right, next we got the game of the year, the game that no one thought was going to be close: Washington versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Washington, one of my personal favorite teams, along with the Lions and Browns here. But go over here to the box score. Washington had to start fourth string quarterback Taylor Heikkinen or Heikkinen. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but they had to start Taylor Heikkinen, and he probably played some of the best football I have seen in recent history here. He played amazingly. I make the argument that he outplayed Tom Brady, but we all know he didn't outplay Tom Brady. Like that's just it's not realistic there, but he had an amazing game. I believe in the third quarter or somewhere around there, he freaking had and around in the third quarter he had a run. He scrambled around in the pocket and ran out on the edge and dived about 5 yards for a touchdown. And on that play, he separated his shoulder, had to go to the locker room, and then he ended up playing the rest of the game with a separated AC joint, something like that. But Taylor Heikkinen outplayed what anyone expected. Washington's defense I would say they did pretty decent. Kept this game a lot closer than anyone thought. Gave Washington a chance. And Taylor Heikkinen, 306, 1 touchdown. The interception wasn't really his fault. It was a tip pass. You had Tom Brady over here, 381, 2 touchdowns. Played a good game. Played Tom Brady game. Running game, Taylor Heikkinen went off, obviously, because he was with those scrambles. And then, Tampa Bay has one of the best rush defenses in the league, so you kind of expected that to them to shut them down. So, and then for receiving wise, Cam Sims he went off. Mike Evans had a lot of good catches there. And other than that, Chase Young did not get to Tom Brady, which he called him out early or at the end of week 17. But, Washington, for what they did, it was still a good game. And for what type of season they had, I applaud them. It was a great game for them. Now we're going to get here to the Sunday game. We got to go back a little bit farther than that. First Sunday game we had was Tennessee Titans. Well, let's get in there. We had probably just about to go here, honestly. We had Tennessee Titans versus Baltimore Ravens. And Tennessee Titans came in. I do believe they were favored. They may have not been favored. They may have been the underdog by very little. But very defensive game. Not a lot of points scored. It's taking me somewhere. I don't know. Oh, it's taking me all the way back here. Not a lot of points scored in this game. 33 total. But other than that, it was a hard-fought game. Lamar Jackson led in passing and in rushing, which many projected the rushing, but maybe not the passing. They expect Tannehill to have a little bigger game. And, I did too. I thought Tannehill was going to do pretty decent. Lamar passed very well. So did Tannehill, 18 through 26. I had not seen that until now. Derrick Henry, Baltimore completely shut him down. And I think that's what lost them the game. They relied too much on Derrick Henry sometimes, and you can't do that. You gotta try to expand that offense, and they cannot. A.J. Brown proved he was the best young wide receiver in the league, I do believe, today. And Marquise Brown actually showed out too in one of his biggest games of the season, I do believe. So, Ravens moving on. Not many predicted this 6 weeks ago, you could say, that they would even be in the playoffs. So, good for the Ravens. 2 AFC North teams moving on to the Divisional series. Yes, two AFC North people or teams moving into the divisional series. So should be an interesting week next week. All right, next we got the Saints versus the Bears. Just a horrible game. Except the broadcast of the game. Broadcast the game on Nickelodeon made it 10 times better. 10 times better. I was able to watch like probably I think I was able to watch the full game on Nickelodeon, and it was just it was fun. It was fun to watch. But yeah, Bears just couldn't get anything going. Drop balls consistently, couldn't convert, and yeah, not much. Just couldn't get the running game going. Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara just dominated. Michael Thomas finally had a little bit of a breakout game for himself. He had 5 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown. First touchdown of the entire season for him. So, yeah, Saints are going to be strong going in next week, I think. They will be facing off versus Tampa Bay, so you get the third matchup there between Tom Brady and Drew Brees this year. And I have a couple hot takes. I'm going to save them for the for our picks video though. And but yeah. Oh, there we go with a Liberty Mutual, I think that is. But all right, last game of the weekend, we have the Cleveland Browns upsetting the Pittsburgh Steelers in their first playoff game. I just saw a stat I did not know about. But we have the Pittsburgh Steelers upsetting the Cleveland Browns upsetting the Pittsburgh Steelers for their first playoff win since 1995, I believe. They came off strong. They were up 28-0 after the first quarter, and they were just dominant the entire game. Their defense, 4 interceptions, a fumble for a touchdown. You couldn't ask for more from a team. Ben Roethlisberger, I just noticed, had 501 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and possibly what could be his last game as an NFL player. We don't know if he's going to retire or not. He passed 68 times, so. And then Baker Mayfield played as best as you could ask him. 3 touchdowns, 263 yards. They had no head coach. Well, they had their special teams coordinator as head coach. So good for them. Kareem Hunt had a quietly good game with 2 touchdowns there. And yeah, I mean, you can't ask for more. Juju Smith-Schuster, Dante Johnson, amazing games. I mean, they just it was obviously all in garbage time. Steelers were passing. They had to pass if they were trying to catch up. But Browns, I've been a fan since the 2016 season. So good for the Browns, man. They deserve to win. They just more than them. About to get this ad. Them and the Lions probably deserve a win the most out of anybody. I do believe. So yeah. Browns defense more dominant than anyone thought. But yeah, next week, I'm gonna see if we can just take a real quick look at the matchups up there. We got the Rams versus Green Bay, Baltimore versus Buffalo, Cleveland versus KC, Tampa Bay versus New Orleans. I think it's gonna be a great game, or great games. Not many blowouts, I think. I think they're all going to be close games. But I'll say my takes for Friday's video for our picks. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys could like and subscribe, that would help us out a lot. I'm obviously going to start trying to do videos like this where it's just me talking. It's going to be kind of weird me getting into it. It might be kind of bad videos at first. I'm sorry about that. But, you know, we're trying to work out the kinks there, and everything will hopefully work in the end. So, like I said, if you guys could like and subscribe, that would help us out a lot. And thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time.